How are people in engineering accessing information today? Let's look at some research for some answers. I think we all know that engineers use a lot of different information to make design decisions. And the big question is how do they find that information and how do they access it? Well, this year we conducted some research to look into that to find out what the answers were. There are a lot of progressive new approaches to finding and accessing information, and we were really curious to see how widespread that had been adopted. And it turns out it's not very widespread. Let's take a look at some findings. So what you can see here is these are the different ways that engineers are looking for and finding information. So first off, you can see employees go from source to source, collecting the most up-to-date information and delivering it to key stakeholders. This is basically a gopher. I don't know if you've heard of that concept before, but this might be an intern or a lower level staff employee that goes from person to person or department to department, physically walking around, collecting information, and then showing up at the next meeting. This obviously happens a lot. This is the most frequently used approach today. The next one is employees have multiple logins for many different systems. So actually, this is interesting. So, information is spread across lots of different systems, procurement systems, PLM, ERP, supply chain management, service, actually a lot of spreadsheets, not just enterprise software systems, but a lot of spreadsheets today. So the way that this works is that you give an employee multiple logins for all those different systems, and they have to keep track of them, keep them secure, and remember what they are, which is not all that easy. Which is why a lot of organizations that go in this approach, they try it, but they end up with the gopher approach, where they have someone go around, maybe not physically from department to department, but instead log into different systems, collect that data, and then put it into a PowerPoint presentation. That happens pretty frequently too. The next one is sticky notes. Yeah, that's pretty frequent. Another one that's pretty widespread, Enterprise Insights Engine. So this is an interesting new progressive type of approach. You have one solution that kind of connects to all those enterprise systems and maybe even databases as well, spreadsheets, and it aggregates it. And it doesn't necessarily pull and copy the data, but allows remote access to that data so that anyone with one login to the enterprise search solution can access all of them at once. And it's far more productive. You don't have to send someone around physically from department to department to department, get static information, and then come back. You can access dynamic and live information as it is being changed. And there's significant advantages in that. So there are lots of other ways that people are looking and finding information today. There is some progress, but boy, there's a big opportunity for improvement for a lot of organizations. That's it. Take care and talk soon.